Have you
honestly,
expressed that you adore him to whoever your manager is?
I don't want to be the weird one, you know. Like,
No,
I mean,
you should tell them.
Like
you should tell them. I met the CEO of Twitch and he was really cool.
Oh yeah, a lot of people said that about him. That like they met him in real and he was so cool.
I took a picture with him and he was really nice. And he did like a live concert and like freestyled like sang with like other creators and stuff, and I really want to be a Twitch ambassador, so like I was really excited to like network, and like I didn't talk to him much. I just briefly said hi at the end of the last day, but that was really cool. So like to see him, it was very inspiring, and I had a very fun time like watching the concerts and seeing like creators like get to perform. So that was fun. I knew a friend who got to perform, so getting to see her perform, even though they cut her set late, because she was like, they were running behind, they had to cut her. So then the CEO performed a bunch with her instead, because he felt bad. So like that was really nice. And she wore my pin while she performed, so that was really cute. Kimmery Sky performs, and then so yeah, meeting if there's like a creator that you love, or like, you know, to get to like meet and greet, like I am obsessed with PewDiePie, for instance. Like he's like my huge inspiration to me, and I love him.
Well, he was the biggest creator on YouTube at his time back then.
Yeah, I've been watching him. He's been making 13 or 15 years, and I've been watching him for like 10 or 12.
I remember when like he got married, and a lot of people were saying like, yeah, that shit's not gonna last. I remember that.
Oh, I cried when they got married. I cried. I was so emotional. But anyway, I watched him since he like right at the end of when he was playing Amnesia. Like he was way tinier back then, like years. But he doesn't tour anymore. Like, you know, he doesn't go to the conventions. He doesn't do meet and greets. And
honestly, I can understand him. He's right now a father, so like, you know, like all those type of.
But he hasn't for years, like either. But yeah,
all those type of like events, like it's not just like positive. Like you meet also probably haters, or like, you know, there can be also crazy fans that like can do some shady shit to you. So like, I don't know, maybe he felt like, you know what, it's time to settle down. I want to be there for my family, and honestly, that's a cool thing of him.
He's an introvert too. Like he always says like, I don't know how I ended up with this job, because like I'm an introvert who has like an extrovert's job, and I like, so he's like very antisocial. He's like very to himself, and not a normal content creator, you know. And then I watched, I went to Jacksepticeye, who he's like an Irish content creator, was friends with him, and I watched him growing up. And he did this show that I went to in Seattle, and it's called How Do We Get Here, a live show like Comedy World Tour or whatever. And he's like a guy who grew up in like small town in Ireland, you know. And like, I think he's the youngest of all of his siblings, so like super spread out or something like that, and like dropped out of college and didn't know what he was gonna do with his life, and didn't have a lot of friends, live out in the middle of nowhere, and then became like a creator. And I'm like, I relate to that. I live out in the middle of nowhere in the woods. Like, so and his whole entire motto is like PMA, positive mental attitude and stuff. And like, I got to see him, but he doesn't do meet and greets either. Like, he did a tour. I got to see one tour date, and then, you know, they don't go to, they're all the young, you know, their time's past, you know, they're all the older creators. They're not the new whippersnappers right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Who do you like? Who's your inspiration for creator?
Asmongold! I love Asmongold. I love Asmongold. I love that dude. Man, I feel like I'm the female Asmongold. I can relate so fucking well with what he says. Like, my entire life has become so much better since I'm watching Asmongold. Like, dude, that dude is better than my therapist, honestly. Like, he's like, yeah, I know it sounds like fun, but like, Asmongold is like such a down-to-earth person, to a point where like it's just like it's like, oh my gosh, he's like so humble, he's like so down-to-earth. He's like he has like everything he's talking about, the way he says it, the way he explains it, it makes like so much sense. Like, he's right about so many things, and then like if he doesn't know enough about one topic, he just says that he doesn't know about one topic to have an opinion on it. And like, I really value that, because like I see so many people putting out an opinion there about a topic they don't even have a fucking clue what's going on, you know. And like, I really admire him for that. To like just, you know, just stand up and to be able to say, hey, look, I don't know much about that topic, so I don't feel like I'm entitled to have an opinion. And I think that's a cool thing. I think more people should do that. Like, if you don't know something about a topic, don't just like have like some type of a weird, shitty opinion. Just like admit it, and like, you know, people are not gonna like judge you or like expect anything from you. I think that he's like really cool. He's like that one cool dude. Man, I feel like I have like something like a parasocial relationship with him, because like I have seen so much of him that at that point I feel like, you know what, like he's like my bestie, but like he doesn't even know who the fuck I am.
Did you not know that he's allegedly a co-founder of Mythic?
I know that he is. I know that he is.
I was like, he probably does know who you are, at least a little bit.
Nah, I don't. Actually, I don't really think that like they bother him with every little thing. And
have you expressed that you adore him to whoever your manager is?
I don't want to be the weird one, you know. Like,
no,
I mean,
you should tell them.
Like
you should tell them.
I totally like him, but it's like a me thing, you know. I don't like want to put it out there, or like I don't want to like, you know, look like I'm a cloud chasing bitch.
Nah. You gotta DM your manager and just be like, wink, wink. I just wanted to say, like, this person is a big inspiration, and I just want.
Yeah,
you know.
like Asmon is like, I don't even play World of Warcraft, you know. Like I don't even play like, oh shit, there is a Farah. Oh my god. I don't even like play World of Warcraft because I know that like basically he's a World of Warcraft content creator, or like in general he's like doing a lot of MMORPG, and like that's absolutely not my type of games.
Oh no.
And I know that like
I came from the wrong angle.
And I know that like he basically is not really a big fan of Blizzard, but
he loves VTubers, bro. All the funny clips of him like watching VTubers.
Yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, I mean, he's like really a cool guy. I like a lot his takes about like, you know, social topics or like topics of life, you know. About those type of stuff. I really see things a lot like him, and I think he's very right about many things that he says, and like he's like very relatable to me. I know that like to a lot of people he's absolutely not relatable, but like I don't know, I feel like we're made out of the same wood, if that makes sense.
Yeah. He has like similar personality type to you and all that. Yeah.
You know, not like in the sense of like I want to date him, more in the sense of like I can relate so well to him.
Yeah.
I understand him very well.
I totally feel that, because like I don't know, I'm like kind of like a self-loathing bitch is what I always say. Like I definitely have like major imposter syndrome, and I have like I contemplate a lot of times, like even from a young age, like the meaning of life, and like it's dumb. It's like you know, why people do what they do, like what like are people good, are they bad, are they like, you know what I mean, all those kinds of things. And so like I find myself like, at least in the creator space, it's hard to find people who have like similar morals to you, you know.
Yeah, I think so too.
It creates it's really common. Thank you. It's really common for like, there's definitely more prevalent personality types in the space than others. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I think like, dude, that's how I feel too. With at least like PewDiePie, I've seen almost every single video over the past like 10 years that he's ever made.
Oh wow.
Not that he barely makes content anymore. He calls himself retired, and he just does it for fun. But he's talked about like his he was addicted to like he was just like drank a lot, you know, and just talks about that, and like depression, and how like you know, he's just like definitely doesn't feel like he has the personality type, and like fell into like a job that is like, this is weird, like for me and the type of person I am, you know, and the struggles of that, and like growing so fast, you know, and then saying something dumb or doing something and realizing how much responsibility you have having such a huge audience and the weight that carries, you know.
Yeah.
I find that really interesting. I don't know.
Well, I don't really know so much about him. I mean, I know that like he exists, and I know that like he was like pretty like he was the biggest content creator of his time on the platform.
Yeah.
Back then.
He first to get 100 million or whatever. Yeah. Which he hated. He
What, really?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be the biggest creator. He's kind of like one of those things where it happened and they did like a thing out of it, right? But like he was ready for it to be done, and then he considered himself retired after that. He stopped. He doesn't make content very often, maybe a couple times a month now. But I respect that. Like, I don't know. There's something about it that, like, it's weird. Like, I think about what he's gone
maybe
through.
he has right now more time for living his life, you know? Like,
exactly.
that's...
And he's enjoying life. And I'm like, bless you. That's what you deserve, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, weird. See, that's my parasocial relationship. I'm just over here like, like...
Yeah, I think we all have like most people that are on Twitch, they probably have something like a small parasocial relationship with somebody. Even like most people are too shy to admit it. I think it's okay to admit it. I mean, like if you consume a lot of content of that one person over and over and over, you kind of like start to feel like, hey, you have been knowing them your entire life. And
yeah.
So like I think that's pretty normal, and like I feel like people should not be ashamed of it.
I mean, it's also like the weird thing of like, I mean, since you're a creator, you like have people in your life too who they know so much about you.
True.
And you don't really know that much about them, and so like it's hard. Like sometimes like I'm like, what do we talk about? Because like you know too much about me, and then I'm like, but yeah, no, I think we all have that, and as long as you're not a creep or whatever, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like
exactly,
we can all have our little parasocial things.
Yeah, as long as we don't go to the house of the person, it's all fine. Like I'm fine with, I'm like, I even say to my community, dude, I don't care what you do with me in your fantasy. You can like do everything you wanna with me in your fucking fantasy. I'm fine with all of that. But like, don't let me know and don't appear at my house. Those are like my only two.
Yeah, don't act on it like, in real life, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, exactly. Like keep it for yourself. I don't want to know. Like, you have my full permission to imagine everything you wanna with me, no matter what it is. But like, don't let me know and don't show up at my house. Those are like my only two things.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
No, 100%, 100%.